Hi guys, please feel free to check out some awesome knife channels. Links are in the description section below. My last bailout video received very mixed reactions. Seriously, I wouldn't purposely anger a lot of knife collectors who probably also have firearms, just to promote my pathetic little YouTube channel. It's really not worth all the hate from people. So this is just my stupid opinion, so either you agree with me or just laugh at me. I'm not an expert. I did some internet research on the armed forces and found that professional soldiers or police are typically equipped with very robust tools for breaching. If they can't access breaching tools, they smash or kick things open. Besides, if you can pry open a wooden door with a pocket knife, you can break that door without it. Often prying something like that open with a small knife is just too slow in an emergency anyways. Standard military units use large fixed blades as an improvised tool. For standard military personnel, a pocket knife is only a last resort tool or weapon. But for civilians, it may be the only tool or weapon on them. So, with the exception of special forces, who may actually need a super tough folding knife, the regular military units only need a lightweight folding knife for smaller tasks. Because why not handle your emergencies with your firearms and larger knives first? The probability of using a folding knife in an emergency is very low for normal soldiers today, especially if you're US Army fighting insurgents. Often you outpower or outnumber the enemy. So please don't confuse probability with possibility. Just because something is possible, it doesn't mean it's probable. I carry a condom with me all the time, hoping to get a threesome with hot chicks. But it turned out I only ever got a onesome. But especially for the military, weight is an incredibly important factor. For regular soldiers, every ounce counts toward many pounds of load carried every day, moving for miles. Weight and comfort is more important than a super strong but heavy knife that has an unlikely purpose. You can maximize the effectiveness of a knife and reduce the weight by cutting down the extra supporting material that can be compensated with the correct usage technique. And Benchmade Bailout is exactly designed under this philosophy. Look at Spyderco's military model and many other great tactical knives that have pointy tips and light weight. Why the heck would anyone have designed such a thin and pointy tip on a knife called military if the soldiers needed a knife that can stand the force of prying wooden blocks? These knives are not named construction workers, so I can forgive its inability to pry. The bailout knife is only 2 ounces that once put in your pocket, you will forget about it even being there. But it packs a pointy blade of 3.38 inches long. Tactical knives of this size to weight ratio is very hard to find in the market today. I don't expect you to agree with me. We might be both looking at the same glass, either half full or half empty. The famous YouTuber Nothing Fancy always prefers lighter knives and didn't care about steel liners. He probably had served in the military before, so my point of view should make sense to someone. Furthermore, today, US companies are facing a lot of difficulties, like overseas competition, counterfeits, sometimes even just for misunderstanding in public relations. Benchmade is a great company that still designs and manufactures their knives in the USA, providing hundreds of jobs to hard-working Americans. And their price is often somewhat affordable, against all odds. So please try to incorporate both positive and negative points in your knife reviews, because all products have some limitations by offering some other benefits. A video that doesn't acknowledge both the benefits and the limitations sometimes may become an accidental propaganda video, which makes people instantly hate a product for no good reason. And I am sure we all want to help Benchmade improve, but we have to be fair about it. Today, it's very easy to accidentally start a social media witch hunt, which could cause a lot of damage to US companies. Honestly, if this knife is really such a bad product, the number in sales will drop and they will eventually stop making it. But I don't think this knife is bad at all. It's just misunderstood. And most of the people who have a problem with it are knife collectors. I still haven't heard any military personnel claim they failed their missions because the knife couldn't hold an edge or due to the knife failure after prying. So if you really support the idea of proudly made in the USA, you probably want to be a little forgiving and think perhaps this knife could be at least right for someone else. If the product doesn't make sense to you, just don't buy it. Because someday we may not have companies like Benchmade anymore. And someday maybe proudly made in the USA is a thing of the past. And I hope on that day, no one blames the immigrants for the lack of jobs in the USA, but realize we didn't appreciate or cherish US companies like Benchmade when they were still around. Please share or like this video. I welcome any respectful comments. It's just very nice that Benchmade designed a knife that focuses on the servicemen instead of just to please the knife collectors. Maybe with a pro deal discount, the price can be more affordable too. Thank you for watching. I'm making another video focused on the Benchmade Bailout 3V steel hardness analysis. I think you would enjoy. Please watch my full review on the Benchmade Bailout and subscribe.